Hi, I'm Matt Ho. We're covering 15 issues in 15 days. Today is day 4, and the topic is racial justice and police accountability. On reparations, I support reparations to the African American and Native American communities for the historical wrongs of slavery and genocide, and the ongoing legacy of systemic racism. These efforts must be led by members of those communities. I will work to open a national discussion on reparations with a Truth, Reconciliation, and Reparations Commission to understand and eliminate the legacy of slavery, xenophobia, and indigenous genocide. I believe an economic bill of rights, which will realize health care, housing, food, education, and jobs as human rights, is essential to reduce the massive gaps and disparities that exist in wealth, home ownership, education, incarceration rates, and so many other areas between white Americans and Black, Latino, and Indigenous Americans. The poverty, underrepresentation in government, and lack of advancement for Black, Latino, and Indigenous people in this country stems from causes that are the deliberate bipartisan policy choices of Democratic and Republican governments. This must change. With regards to police brutality, in many of our communities, particularly Indigenous people, people of color, and lower incomes, police violence is rampant. We need to establish community control of police through elected local police oversight boards with subpoena power to investigate complaints about police behavior and hold offending officers accountable. These boards will be empowered to hire, fire, and discipline police officers and chiefs. This will ensure that communities control their police rather than police controlling our communities. Qualified immunity has to end to create accountability for police brutality, and we should change the standard for police misconduct from willfulness to recklessness. The Department of Justice should be charged with prosecuting excessive uses of force and rooting out white supremacist elements from our police forces. Similarly, full-time federal investigators need to look into all cases of death in police custody. Nationally, we need to enact legislation against hiring police officers who have been fired for excessive force or discrimination. Local police forces must come from the communities they serve and meet high standards for recruitment. Police also must be compensated justly. Police, like all civil servants and all workers, should be able to afford to live where they work. I was in the Marine Corps and went to war. There is no reason for the police to be as militarized as they are. Demilitarize the police and end the 1033 program that transfers military-grade weapons and equipment to police departments. Police need to be prioritized as public safety or peace officers, because we do need that in this country, and not the growing paramilitary forces we see in North Carolina and across the U.S. It's long past time to seriously invest in our communities to address the poverty and neglect that are the root causes of most crime and end policies, like the racist and unjust war on drugs, that by design oppress communities of color, as well as to heal wounds, compensate for injustice, and repay debts. I'm Matt Ho. I'll talk to you tomorrow.